Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. How the devil are you all? Musionist, greetings, welcome to the stream. How is the audio, etc.? Is it all working, or how is it all doing? Let's have a quick listen. How is it all doing? Let's have a quick listen. Yep, it's working. Okay. Sounds and looks good. That's what we like to hear. Success! You have successfully got your stream to work. Alright. Dailies. Dun dun dun. What do we got? What do we got? Doja, I guess. It's the usual grind age. After which, I really don't know. Do not know. People are around and about because there's no mobs at the top of that hill. Normally, there are. Not today. Well, there's none around anyway. Oh, this isn't going to be another spending hours just trying to get a doja, is it? I always hate that. I prefer dojas to be relatively quick. Yeah, someone's been busy around here. A lot of the mobs we don't normally see are around here. Sky Cannon 1972, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you, Heather? You okay? Oh, nearly missed one. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Nanoman 24 has reached enlightenment. Congratulations. Yay, first kill. That's a bit more like it. Could be a very short stream. They all go. If they all go as quickly as that, yeah. Frequency, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not sure what on earth I'm going to be doing this evening other than dailies. I can't actually think of anything I haven't done on this character that I want to do yet. Other than, you know, there's a few bits of loot perhaps, but in the main, not much. Yeah, there's no Dio this week. No Dio, no other dailies either, so no freelancers at all. I don't know. Moonstone 2097, when did you log in for the very first time to AO? Early 2001. In the Anarchy Online beta. And the first player I met was inside the character creation, the old one, which was a room with boxes that zapped the character's head and body. That was the first person I met, was another player in there. So yeah, it's been a while. Ah, lovely. Yes, good old Job. Which side? Clan. Oh, this is pre-Noob Island. Way before Noob Island was a thing. Now, this was the beta. So, you created a character. You picked the class right after the face, height, and everything else. And it used to be little terminals in a kind of a a tiled room. That was really weird. Missions used to look completely different as well. There was no Noob Island. Nope, didn't exist. You started in a backyard. That was it. Yeah, I went straight to tier, I think. Yeah. But yeah, but basically been playing since the beginning. The oldest character I still have is my namesake, Kalos 2. My original main, Advi, he was born in tier backyard 9 next to the arena. Backyard 9. They're all numbered. In every city, they're all numbered. Because I can remember making Kalos and being someone raining and saying to my friend, "Okay, I made him his clan. I don't know where. I'm in the backyard, but I don't know where." And he's going, "What number backyard?" I says, "Well, I don't know yet. I can't leave." Because you had to be like, you need like 1,000 credits or something, or be level 5 or something to leave the backyard. It was something weird anyway. Ah yes, the back door. Yeah, not what you're thinking of. Welcome to the stream, Starkness. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's been playing, well, for as long as the game's been running. I had a couple of breaks here and there. Nothing major though. I think the longest break was probably when my son was born, because I just wasn't getting enough sleep and I was busy at work and playing in a band most nights of the week as well. So there was like zero time over. So yeah, actually stopped playing. 2006 I stopped, came back in about... Well, the thing was, I'd pop back for a month and not do a lot, and then come back again, and a few months later. But I didn't start really playing again until I don't know, 2012. I came back for about 3 months, and then I came back again to 2014, I suppose. So I did have quite a gap there. I decided to log into the old game and give it a go, and it was LE, I think, had just not long released, so I bought the expansions because I didn't want to be left out. And I remember somebody from Storm, I forget who now, taking me around Arid Rift and me getting absolutely flattened on my Yadfi, who wasn't up to it. By then, people were wearing beta symbionts and stuff like that. Moonstone 2097. I was there in 2001 as well. Nice. Yes, pre-Noob Island. I remember Noob Island and thinking it was all very exciting. Going, ooh, this is cool. I can't remember what was before. I remember the arrival hall being brought in. Is that one prisoner lying on the ground? It looks like 2 to me. But no, it's 1. We've got 5 minutes before the prisoner respawns, which isn't terrible. So yeah, it used to, like it was on the 2019 server. They did the whole thing where when you came back to game on that server, it was just painful because you came back and you had nothing, and you went straight to the backyard and you still had nothing. Yeah, when we were all logging into the 2019 server and they had the old arrival hall, I remember before that arrival hall even. That wasn't always in the game. I can't remember what was there before it, if I'm honest, but I know it wasn't there at the beginning. Lost in the sands of time now, I guess. Whatever the hell it was. That's a weird thing to be distracted by. I just noticed my feeler gauges aren't where I left them. Why not? That's better. And more. Tara's still a thing now. Believe it or not. People still raid Tara, but mostly there's a second boss that spawns after Tara that drops stuff as well. Who is a lot tougher than Tara. Tara's nothing. Pretty much any 220 in the game could solo Tara these days. Yeah, the days of Tara being difficult are long gone. The Ambulance. I've heard that name before. I'm almost sure they used to be clan, but never mind. Maybe not. Immediately start checking out their gear. Yeah, not bad. Sky can adverts. You got adverts. I didn't run any ads. Did it automatically run ads on you? Dokino, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, aggressive surgery, that's it. Once this is done, which I don't really... I mean, ranged... ranged energy, shotgun, ranged in it. It's just that is the last one I've got to do, basically. I've done all the others. Actually ranged in it and everything. It's not that crap now. Yeah, you shouldn't get ads. I don't run any. Must be just Twitch doing it. Have I got... No, I haven't got 3. Got 3 gaps. I could go live in there. I had a dream that someone looted this bracelet I want from Crypt of Home, and now I have to log in and get it. Okay. That's an unusual dream. And Noah has shown up as well. I'm probably out-damaged the pair of us. Zephyr, I'm the doc, my DPS is ass. Well, you're a doc, your DPS isn't. It's always going to be kind of... it ain't that much better on this tune. Same weapons. But I'm geared pretty much pure healage. Yeah, I put alphas in at 219. I've never done that on a tune before. It's so much easier with doc. It's unbelievable. Ooh, perk. But yeah, alphas on doc are probably, I think implants in general are easiest on doctor. But yes, congrats. Yeah, you want to try and make sure you get on for a Saturday evening and be around for the alien invasion events when they happen. So much alien XP and research from them, it's nuts. You can get like 3-4 lines of alien research done. Oh, I kept kicking. Yeah, that is a problem. Right, I've got a PW daily as well, so I'm going to whiz out to there. 25 minutes solo. Not that bad. Not that bad. It's not far off that bad though. Yeah, it is. That didn't take 25 minutes. That's 6 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. You get all the dots on the boss. It's not as bad. On the prisoner, he goes down quite a bit quicker. And scavenger perpetual wastelands. Yeah, I actually hit AI 30 before finishing research on this dude. I mean, technically everyone does because you've got apotheosis 10 to do after hitting AI 30, but I actually got it done. I got, I think, AI 30 and apotheosis 10 done in one night. I'm saying I did disease before solo, took me close to 30 minutes. Wow. It does not take me that long on this tune, on my dock. And they got the same weapon, so there's not that much of a difference between them, I would say. Probably it's... have you got all your endgame dots and stuff? Sophisticated viral agent, bone eater, mutagenic pestilence, and then malpractice. Armor and hoods. Could be, yeah. I mean, I've got an ACDC and all the hoods are kind of defensive and nano skill. Not a lot else, really. Yeah, it's surprising how much these add up. You'll notice it. You know, if you land them all, you'll notice how much quicker. Plus, there was a trader there with a Zan weapon, so you got to remember the trader's draining the snot out of the mobs. ACs, evades, crit, and chance resistance, and all sorts. So traders really do make a bigger difference than most people realise in a team in PVM. It's not just that everyone's AR goes up because of the umbral. It's all the debuffs they're landing. Do make quite a difference. I've got scope barrel I want. Nope. Looks like a barrel. Is a barrel. And we return A. You may not remember this, but a couple of weeks ago I was streaming in the AO official Discord and you popped it. Oh yeah, I did, yeah. Was that you, was it? Cool. Yeah, I saw somebody streaming and was like, what's this? I went to have a look. Someone was helping me out and I wanted to see my screen. Fair enough. Yeah, well, that's what the Discord is there for. It's, you know, it is that kind of thing, so it's a great resource, is the Discord. It's sort of taken over quite a bit from the forums in a lot of respects. Whereas we used to have forums and people would spam various sections there with PvP. What? Crash? No. It's too early to be crashing. I think it has. I think it's donked. Not hearing any game sound. No, I think it's gone. Damn you. Never mind. Hey, sorry, Carlos, my stream froze. What did they say again? Yeah, they just give it. It's all your fault. All of that winds up in your side's all splighters. No, it's not. It's your side. I know you are, but what am I? All that kind of crap seems to have found its way to Discord as well, but that's just nuts. There we go. Well, yeah, I mean, they put the PvP hurt locker there for people just to go and cry at each other. And you could kind of ignore it, and then it just started spreading out everywhere. And it just creates a bad... especially for, you know, I always think about new players coming in, looking at the Discord. They go to AO videos, instead of seeing, you know, like something by me going, how to do this, or this night we did this raid, you know, or something like that. Or anyone else, you know, making that kind of stuff. Suddenly it's like a really badly made video of someone supposedly doing something with exploits, etc., and a ton of arguing underneath it. And it's like, that's just not creating a great impression for the game. Just nah. Goodbye. There you go. So we've done those. I have used up my Freelancers Inc. thing, so yeah. Freelancers token that lets you reset dailies. So that's sort of all I had planned, and it was just like 25 minutes and done. I started in 2006, never got above 150, booted back in 2 weeks ago. Wow. That's a bit of a jump in levels then, to go from 170 to 220. Cat jam. What the hell is cat jam when it's at home? What the hell? Don't have BTTV enabled, don't I? I thought I did. How do I enable that? Can I do it from here? Detail pause popular. Yeah. Emotes only. I've got better TTV. All of that's there. Better TTV settings. I'm looking at it now. It should be on. No, I can't get back to chat. Great. Oh, there we go. I believe it has to be done before the stream. Biggest problem from a new player's perspective, other than the outdated UIs, is wikis aren't intuitive or simply missing a lot of on the merit boards. How are they updated? It started intuitive, but once you've maxed it, you need to get the Zan. Yeah, but that's the wiki. AO Universe is where you go for information. AOU is the thing. AO Universe, it does. Tells you all. It is the AO Bible. The AO Wiki's got loads of crap on it. I've seen it. It's terrible. I don't know. A lot of it's just people making stuff up at some point, and then the old Danun. Plus, a lot of the bots will tell you, where you can and can't get stuff from, etc., etc. So there's nothing very intuitive about the game. We've kind of played that long that it's like second nature. But in actual fact, it's not that intuitive. Let's have a look. Over the weekend, Grace prices went ballistic. Don't know if they still are or not. Have a look. Whoa, 30 billion. Huh. Well, that's kind of nuts, isn't it? That's the whole other tune. All the gear they'll need paid for in one go. If I buy a Grace and sell it. So I may well do that. Yeah, I don't know what to do on the tune now. Unless anybody needs help with anything, do they? How's Sav doing on her tune? I don't think she's on at the moment, though. Let's have a look. I think she's away. Dogecoin. Well, I need to do DB quest on your trader. Do you? Have you even made a start yet, or? Enough time to do it all tonight, but I mean, have you talked to the oh god, what's his name? The guy in ICC, have you spoke to the NPC to begin the quest? Noisy dog. I was hoping someone was levelling anything, but it's all quiet at the moment. Yeah, I know. I did most of the levelling. I've done like one or two Inferno missions on the dock, and that's it. Everything else has been quests and raids, stuff like that. You don't have to get some XP for like the Inferno quests. Everyone said, no, you should leave them, save them for research. And I was thinking, well, no, because these alien events, they're gonna take care of that for me, and they kind of did. So, you know. I mean, do you need to get any of those done? Like, there's the plausibility ring. You're going to want one of those. Fly through a lot of that. I left a message with Sav anyway, just to see if she does need or wants to do anything with that new tune. Ooh, there's another one. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Mortisishiko has reached enlightenment. You do all the inf quests at 217. The XP really moves along. Well, we get some of the DB quests done. You only need a couple of pets to begin with. And then it's not really a problem. What's the first thing you do? You kill the dude out in Broken Shores, and then you go south and talk to the other two. I'll log a keeper. We'll do the first boss. That'll get you started. That'll be good. That'll get you your nano deck and a couple of nanos straight away, won't it? Just completing those couple of stages. Go LFT. Is this on the trader, yeah? Yeah, you probably don't even need him. You only need the Engi for the first tower down in the very south of Broken Shores. You can't use the nano deck for a couple of levels yet, but it's a start. Alright, oh there you are. Alright, go and talk to whatever his name is, Colonel Thingy. I'll meet you by the dude, the priest, whatever his name is, I forget. Fun priest. Oh no, priest Atlas. That's it. He's that way. Keeper can solo him, so... Nice spaceship. It was a daily login reward, this one. I thought it suited the white armour, which is why I went with that one. You know, kind of a theme going on. Oh, come on, don't crash again. You make the client look bad. No, it's just doing the minimum frames a second thing. Game's still running. It does this in Broken Shores sometimes. It's just like, you keep thinking, what the hell is my system doing that... Yeah. And the CPU's just mega backed up. I don't know what the game's doing when it's doing this. Or whether Windows is doing a thing, or... Do you know what I mean? It's strange when it does this. Yeah, there you go, it's working again. Just, I get it here, and I get it in... Oh, you know where you do the cyborgs for the Corporal Ashley Winstead quest? I get it there as well. No idea why. Yeah, sometimes ICC is bad, and then other times it's kind of okay. Star Truck with DJ Lucky Star happening now in ICC. Come and join the fun. Don't forget to tune in at GSP Toronto Cast Stream. There you go. Yeah, I just looked on Task Manager then, and for whatever reason, Anarchy Online's using like 100% CPU time. I'm just going to get a bit of water, wet my whistle and all that. So redeemed hydrate for 100. Good idea. God, that nearly ended badly. Choking myself. So let me know when Woo is here, and I can charge in and kill the guy. It's Priest Atlas, that's his name. That was me. It's my own fault for gargling. I didn't need to gargle, but yeah. Oh, you're warping him here, are you? So I'll suddenly jump from here to there. Die! Die, die, die. Yeah, on this too now, mobs like this are not a lot of trouble. But given all the gear that the keeper's got, they should be able to handle this sort of stuff. I go dino hunting with them in Inferno, and it's like no bother. Quite chill. I mean, you do have to use some cooldowns, but essentially, yeah, nothing much to it. Easy as pie. No, I think I'm back to normal now. My God. Are you warping us down to the other guys? I think you've got to talk to the priest first, haven't you? Or something. Yeah, you got to talk to the priest, then we go down to John Solaire and his mate. Doesn't feel that long ago that I did all this on the dock. Like quite early on as well, like March, maybe April. It was only last month. Yeah, so I now have most of a thing of water. Now I just put way too much liquid in my mouth. There you go, there's your hydrate without the choking to death. Poof. There you go. Priest Fontaine. We'll fly down to the other dudes. Oh, get off the wall. I got stuck on a wall. I don't believe it. That's embarrassing. I remember the first time seeing these ships going, where the hell did you get that from? Someone had one. When you could still go out to the middle of Newland Lake and buy one. Yeah, I don't think you get that much XP for this quest, but you definitely need to get the Dust Brigade done. On any character, just to get your higher end game nanos and stuff. Some of them are like really important on various classes, etc. And for the quest to work, you've actually got to talk to him. He never gets upset, even if you go out on his motorboat. Getting warped. Mortisol, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you? Yeah, you can go all the way out to his motorboats. He doesn't care. See, this is what we want as a water vehicle in AO. Something like that. And you can get your mates on it and everything. I think it actually hit me then. Wow. I'll say not for very much though. I don't think he... I think I get hit harder in Inferno. Yeah, there's nothing for this tune to do now. Pet does all the work. Which kind of makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, if you're doing the DB quest, don't stand up there trying to fight the tower. Even though it's just a green thing, it spawns really, really nasty ads, like the director does inside Biomare. Kutavar. Oh, it's a Jesus chicken and his dog. Okay. Not sure why it's a Jesus chicken, but yeah. Okay. Oh, when it walks, yeah. When it walks on the water, fair enough. Yeah, now it makes sense. I was like, what? What the hell? What? Yeah, when pets run on top of the water. Yeah. Dreadlock balanced, freedom arms. Yeah, still the new envoys are better. Survivability protector. Oh, good, I suppose. Smuggled combat board. Yeah, nice, but there's no comp lit, is there? No. Yeah, when it spawns the the little spinning assistants of doom, that's when it becomes problematic. Apparently, yes, Demoda knows about it and she's fixing it. So, but trying to fix it whilst at work and having to do actual work as well. It will return. Yeah, don't come up here if the little lad dudes are there, because you will just get squished. AO setups is cool. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I've had a little play on it. I should spend more time on it, but I just go. I'll just do it in game. Screw it. You know. What's after this? It's you whizzing round, tagging towers, isn't it? Let me have a quick look. DD. Talk to him. Priest Atlas. Kill Priest Atlas. John Solaire, communications tower. Oh no, now it's the relays. Right, I'll log. What shall I log for that? Dock? Probably. Fusionist, RIP FPS, yes, ICC. Where frame rates go to die. No need to log, you sure? Okay. Meet me there then. We're doing the relays. Nearest location to the first one anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, maybe just bring the dock in case. Yeah, I'll bring the doctor. Bring the doctor. Makes more sense. Zinzig, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to switch to dock for that. Zindkeep, level 84. Nice. We'll be alright with the dock. As long as I don't get stunned, I can keep you up. I was thinking about doing a pseudo leveling guide for Frubenties. Yeah, go kite. I'm looking for team. Yes, Zinzig is the person who makes t-shirts. Made me this t-shirt here, and it looks a lot better in the muscle t-shirt version, which is, where is it? No. I'll find it in a minute. I should rename these. There you go. Yeah, he looks a lot better in it than I do, trust me. I look like old Welsh lighthouse keeper in a t-shirt. Well, not official ones, no. They were like a couple of one-offs. I need permission from Funcom to do anything like put their logo on a t-shirt and sell it to people. You got to get permission for that, or you can wind up in a hell of a lot of trouble. That becomes serious copyright infringement. I won't tell anyone. Yeah, except, you know, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put merch in the bottom of all the videos and stuff. So it wouldn't quite be a good idea. You look devilishly handsome in it too. Yeah, I look something. I don't know about handsome. There you go. It's actually quicker to get here via Meet Me There. I think first one is safe, isn't it? Second one we get a turret, or the third one? I can never remember the sequence. Two, 4, and 5. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I'm never 100% on it. Wait for your shade to get here. Right. Yes, debuffed. And thankfully UBT lands pretty much all the time on this. Don't hit hard. Well, they don't with UBT and all the drains your traders dropping on it. I guarantee that if I suddenly started selling t-shirts with the Anarchy Online logo on it, I would get seriously owned. You can do those sorts of things, but you gotta ask first. And if they say no, they mean no. 3 manning the DB quest, I wonder. Yeah. I mean, this isn't like in Hong Kong, China and that. They just counterfeit everything. They just do not care. If you ever go shopping there. As someone said, apparently the word copyright has no translation in Cantonese or something like that. They sent pictures of, you know, and to get around anybody coming at them, they'd come up with some terrible knockoffs, you know, rather than actually put. Okay, it's not Superman, it's Big Man Hero in blue with red underpants or something, you know, just if you look about it, there used to be a website that was dedicated to sort of like, you know, cringy counterfeit goods, and they really are cringy, you know, to the point where they're funny, the lengths they've gone to. Like they made a Star Wars series of figures, like toy, you know, little action figures and stuff, and they're just, they're really, really bad. Wise Green Warrior. It's Yoda. But Yoda with, like, you know, the big long kind of handlebar moustache that ends up sort of down your chest. I'm following you. You've got a marker, not me. Remember vacations to Thailand when you went to Mark and asked if it's a proper brand quality. Same, but different. Yeah, same. Yeah, no, it ain't. Linus, Nexus, Gamers Nexus, when they were in Hong Kong, they went out to where you buy, you know, computer parts and stuff. And Yeah, the amount of knockoff gear was just silly. Some of it was genuine though, and just weird that it had been done the way it had been done, but it was just them recycling stuff, really. But yeah, like, things like phones and MP3 players, oh dear. Like USB sticks from AliExpress that say, 16 gigabyte, but you can't use more than 128 meg. If you try and put, even though it reports to Windows that it's 16 gigabyte, it actually has a capacity of 128 meg or something silly. Loads of dodgy stuff like that. Power banks with just 3 rechargeable batteries. Yeah, it's just proper. It'll do. Well, the thing is, the power banks, most of them are just like. I remember the older laptop batteries were just a collection of rechargeable cells all in a line, wired in series and parallel to give you 12 volts out. That was it. Seriously. When you opened them up and a cell had gone, you just replaced the one cell, and it'd be a solderable cell. If that's even a word. Yeah, a solder tag cell. So you could just resolder to it. We go, oh, you can't do that. Well, what do you think that is in there? But yeah, modern power banks are a similar thing, but yeah, when it comes to things like that, if it does what it's supposed to, if it holds that amount of amperes, then yeah, it works. It had like what looks like an iPod, which doesn't really exist anymore, but they had like the iPod with a camera on it, but inside it's just like the cheapest knockoff phone you've ever seen in your life. This used to be so much harder. You used to get three gamma ejectors. This one will be the hard one. Oh, how? How did your shade die? Does it debuff me? I just cannot heal you any more than that. How is it doing that much damage? Holy crap. Bad dock, yeah, it must be. Just can't heal any faster. Like literally. Absolutely pounding on me. And I can't debuff it. It's like, forget it. I am using proper heals, dude. It's the reason you're alive. And now it's interrupting me. Oh my god. And it's breaking. It's interrupting me as well now. Not good. I just keep shooting at it. It'll take forever, but we'll get there. Or do you want to go bring the shade back? I'd bring the engineer if I were you. At least get some blockers, reflects, etc. I'm not running anywhere, I'm snared and just die running. Be better off tanking it with a pet on an Engie, I think, for this one. I'm only just keeping up with the damage. Yeah, the only thing is it's interrupting me a lot as well, so it's kind of like, ooh, okay. Yeah, it's hitting like ridiculously hard, and then my health's getting right down. I can't stop to UBT. Well, if I do, I'll probably die. Just about got it on. I don't think it landed though. Nano debuff, yeah, definitely wants one. Damn, it hits hard. Yeah, compared to everything else we've dealt with. Oh my god. Nasty. Nope. Getting nowhere fast on this bugger. Just feels like, yeah, one slip and you're gonna die, even on a dock. It's kind of nuts. And that's with like 160% plus healing efficiency. And all the other gear. If we've had any brains, we'd have given ourselves RRFE before coming out. Gonna die. Yep. It just kept stunning me. Stun locked me. So, yeah, go get your Engie and just heal the pet. Said we need a dock for this, didn't I? Now we has dock, we is dying terribly. Yeah. It is really hard though. You know, it is just one of those fights where that bugger just does way more damage than it should be doing. At the very least should have RRFE or some kind of reflect fighting anything like that. I mean, Zods are easier to solo than that thing. The thing is, you can heal for days, but if you get stunned, yeah, well, I'm getting RRFE because I'm not silly. Daft doing it without when you can have it. Yeah, I mean, you can have all the healing efficiency in the world. If it stuns you and you can't cast your heal, and it chain stuns you like it did then, God almighty. Excuse me. Right, okay. Back to the doctor. Now then, with any luck, this should go a little better. Oh, you want RRFE on there as well now, I guess. Oh, did you? We're as organised as it gets here. I'm starting up a second client in the background so I can buff edge him. I think he's doing the same thing I was trying to do, though. I think he's bump logging himself. Could be, yep. This is the way. Like the Mandalorian. That was a good series, though. Enjoyed the Mandalorian. And back again. Right, so back to the dock now with our RFE, so 30% less damage basically. Now, are my stats all working? Because I don't think they were before. Yeah, perks are unbroken. Yeah. Via Sentinels. Have I got the brightness up? No. It's just bright. I remember there used to be 3 of them and it used to be a nightmare trying to keep out of the way of them. But now there's just one and it hits ridiculously hard. Funny, when you're actually making the run, you never go near any of this stuff, and yet when you come from a different direction, you go right past it. You'd think you'd see the same thing, but no. I might even be nearer to Hope, actually, than anything else. Yeah, probably Hope is the nearest thing. The Wampa spot rather than going by grid. I got attacked by a great Anarchy or Tira. God, you got to think how aggressive they've set those NPCs, those mobs, that they will aggro a 220. Right, we're doing the trying to keep your distance and still heal method. I'm not shooting at it at all. Don't want to give it any excuse to kill me. Still pounding on him, my god, on a shade as well. The amount of healing the shade's actually doing while they fight is kind of nuts. Yeah, Keeper and a Kratin team, and this is suddenly gets a lot easier. But still, yeah, that's a ridiculous amount. I don't think Ian War hits that hard. In fact, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Done battle with Ian War enough times to remember. I don't remember him hitting as hard as that thing. Can we does it? I think we probably can. I think we're probably going to be okay. We'll just have to see when we chat. We're now like waiting for the doc to die again. Or more like, can't wait for the doc to die again. Yeah, I could have, without the stuns, I'm pretty sure I could have kept that fight going, but they just chain stunned me, and it was like, okay. Yeah, well, this is why I said use the Engie, not the Shade. Because Shades are 80% perk damage. No matter how you set them up, even with the MA setup, it's still like 70-80% is your perk damage. So as soon as you can't land perks, then you can't heal yourself. Because Totemic Rights ain't landing. So I can't see... Yeah, there's almost nothing on... none of the Shade debuffs are landing. It makes the fight a lot easier for the Shade, and also heals the Shade. Really, you're just tanking it like an enforcer, but with less HP and no layers. If you can't perk it. It's a fight. Feel like I'm going to run out of nano at this point. Scary. Yeah, a engineer can heal his pet more than a doc can heal a player, pretty much. T20 anyway. It's sort of bonkers, but... Okay, now I'm stunned. It's still aggroing me, I think, or has it changed back? Yeah. Well, how come a engineer can solo TNH? Because I don't know about doing that. Mind you, a doc and another player could probably do it as well, but... Doesn't feel as exciting from here. Really? Do we care? Care about getting the job done? Shade can solo it if it can perk it. Without totemic lights to heal itself, the Shade doesn't survive all that well, unfortunately. And the init debuff and stun debuffs don't work on bosses, which is a pain in the arse. Use the team heal just for extra HP. Excuse me. So yes, I'm thinking June. The beginning of June is going to be the beginning of the next Let's Build, which in theory should be quite interesting, but we shall have to see. Getting there. Yeah, it's just going to be a vote between Advi or Enforcer, I think. Because those are the only two classes we have never done. Or I've never done as a Let's Build. I've played them all. Played every class to 220 now. And to a reasonable, you know, standard of gear and whatnot. But D-Shark Emph, I have seen that. I did see one in... oh god, I got an eyelash in my eye. Saw one in Pandemonium. And I went, what? At first I thought it was an agent or something, but nope. Actual Enforcer. Wearing some Enforcer OFAB items. And then had implants in right arm and wrist and right hand, I think. Probably just to stay out of OE or something, I don't know. They seem to be managing, and then they went charging off into Pandemonium with it. So I just thought was it. Fair play. GT probably. What's up, Carl? Trying to keep Noah alive while he's tanking on a shade. In the DB quest, which we're doing for his trader ult. So fun times. There's also the GSP thing going on in ICC, which I could go to, but I can't stream their audio on stream. I just bang copyright, which is kind of a shame, really, because it would be pretty cool. So at the moment I'm pressing 3 a lot, refreshing, and then trying to get my nanopool maintained as well at the same time. Oh, we're getting there. Don't need me for the last 2 bubbles, do you? Yeah, D-Shark on a Keeper. Yeah, I suppose it... Yeah, if it can be done on Enforcer, it can be done on Keeper. I'd love to be able to do it on dock, but I can't see it being, you know, actually possible. I don't think they could get the full auto and the rest of it. Ground Chief Anoon. We'll see you later. Yeah, is it tower tagging? I think it is tower tagging. Let's have a quick look on AOU, the Bible. Guides, classic AO, quest guides. Dust Brigade. Checkpoints. And on Trader you get divest damage. And then you go and do your tower tag, I think, and you get Composite specialist trade skill for 8 hours. Kind of useful, actually. Then tower tag, yeah. After tower tag, you get improved health haggler, which is nice, and then it's the informant. IPR, go D-Shark, yeah. You don't actually need any help for tower tag. Pretty easy to do. Easier with the fixer, obviously. Is it training grounds? Oh, it's training grounds, okay. Ring the keeper for that. And I think a little fixer. I didn't get to type it all anyway. And you won't see it, I guess. We will log little Froob fixer in as well. Right. I'm looking for team. Where's the nearest? I can never remember. It's EFP'd right, I think. I'll know as soon as I come out if I've got the right one. As long as I don't crash in the process. No, I didn't. There we go. The fixer I've left in... top of the grid in Old Athen. I'll wait just outside for when you come back for the killing. Where's my hole? Yep, there we go. You're going to use a beacon to get back, or you're going to need a meepist. Volkia DK, welcome. Good afternoon, sir. You can beacon there. Okay, I'll when you get back, just go to Old Athen Grid. I don't want to leave anything logged in ICC because Gridstream are doing a doing a concert show thing there. So it'll go badly, I think. You say when you're in. I always feel like I forget at least one buff when I'm rebuffing the keeper. Now, apparently DK was random. We all went, oh, Denmark. He's like, no, just DK. No geographical significance, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw that and went, from Denmark. And he went, no. That's like, what? Right, I'm getting some more water. Won't be a sec. Yes, Zinzig is in Denmark. So he saw DK and went, it's like me seeing something UK. Deformed Daillys. I think the other client crashed. Yep. It's been very unstable today. I will log him in on the old client instead then. It's going to be awkward. Probably crash everything trying to run both at the same time. Oh, he's got all the sergeants as well. Hang on. Don't want to kill him yet. Otherwise it will go Pete Tong. Over a defensive HUD. Because I can't, if I aggro these now, it'll break his quest. So I'll sit here with the sergeants. Okay, give me a sec. Give you all the buffs. Chilling with the boys, yeah. Oh, don't worry, I got what you meant. Right, so you're now... Say when you're in the playfield. Enslerich, hello from Fixie. Welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, compared to the fun we had with the turret number 5, this is sort of like comical almost. When Noah ran out on his trader, they all followed. I didn't spot that, you know, like a load of mobs came out. So I thought there was just commandos. I thought, I'll start clearing the commandos while he's going back to the corporal. And unfortunately, the drill sergeants were also there. But seeing as they were outside, I ran them around a little bit and then just sat with them. Which is a bit easier than running around inside. That's the 3. I think it is just 3 you have to kill, isn't it? Or is it 4? Can't remember. Enslayer and then terminal. Okay. Clear the trash. Yeah, a tappable range, probably. Kill everything in here. Yeah, they were in sync. It was a bit weird. The annoying thing with the quest is having to Oh, I can log off the fixer and get rid of him. He's probably getting spammed by people as he stood next to the grid for fix grid please, fix the grid please, etc. Yeah, if you're in aggro, I don't think the quest works. You have to be out of aggro to do it. Where's the other guy? Don't know where he is. Can't find the dude. One of the others is able. Oh god. He might be outside, you know. I'm gonna look outside a sec. I thought it was only 3 of them that had chased me. Have a look. I was afraid of that. Sky Cannon confused. Well, the boss is in there. Followed me, but it looks like maybe one of them got stuck outside somewhere. So I'm just running where I'd run before just to see if I can spot him. And I would have thought normally they would just reset and go back to where they're meant to be. Oh, he's repopped. Okay. I definitely didn't kill him earlier. Yeah, I was going to say, weird. What the hell? Why you no worky? Why you be strange? Yeah, it's informant after... no, tower tag, then informant. I think you've got to be out of aggro for the terminal to work. Oh, you got the terminal done? For sure? We got the update device? Okay. Beacons then, innit? ITO Derry, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. We are sort of bumbling our way through the Dust Brigade quest. I'm going to log my fixer that I haven't logged in ages. But yes, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Okie dokie. Where's your first one? Lush 3. Okie doke. I remember this one. If I remember rightly, it's all the way up there. And I'll meep you out, you see, be that little bit quicker. Is it beer or vodka o'clock? A little early for me. Beer o'clock. Oh, is it beer o'clock there, Enzleric? Very good. I'm picking up Mrs. Callos too later, so no beer o'clock here. She usually gets in after 11 and she finishes her shift. Just sold your old TV, so happy camper. Nice. Yeah, it's down here, isn't it? I have done this many times. One for every tune I've got, I think. Twice, because you actually do these twice in the DB quest. Which is kinda nuts. You ready? Good, good. Next. PW10R, okay. It's up near the diner, isn't it? Yeah. Fix and meeps for the win. Absolutely makes life so much easier in the long run. Yeah, I can see it on the map. Noah. It's right next to a diner as well. Yeah, it's quicker running to the next one than it is going any other way. Because even if you meep, you don't actually get there any quicker. Yeah, will do. I mean, I might check out the diner that's there while I'm here. See if it's up. Because you never know. There's your tower. Don't think the diner was up though. Was he? Yep. Somebody waiting for him but not hitting him. Someone went AFK. We can have him. Big Meanie, welcome to the stream. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, flying through perpetual wasteland, exactly what it says on the tin, because reasons. Beer and curry on the way. We got singing for free, says Incredible Bob. You did. I'm just passing the time. It's just like so monotonous, just flying west over perpetual wastelands and not doing anything else. The hell did I get that from? Oh. Zygo.
A small token for the Our History and Guitar lesson the other day, XD.
Thank you very much for the cheer. Much appreciated. For the AO History and Guitar lesson, yeah. Sky Cannon redeemed. Hydrate. I need to stop doing that. Oh, it made my eyes water, that did. Dear me. He's had enough. Cut him off. Yeah. Where's the next one? All right. Through Smugglers is the absolute fastest way to that one. If you want to follow me through Smugglers, I'll show you. Ta-da! You're nearer than any fixer grid point. See? Communication Tower 4. Strangely, this is absolutely the nearest spot you can get. Excuse me, that you can get to. So... He's had it. I agree, says Mortizel. It'd be nice to go to a pub soon. I mean, technically you can. We've got a book and everything at the moment, so... You've got to plan the whole evening there, you know. So if we're doing that, it'll have to be a family job. With this, you always want to go to the far out kind of east side and come back in to avoid the sniper. Who is just there. Right, next. Milky Way 6. Oh, we know that one well. Where you go for the prisoner, diseased Daily. And I know the way through the cave as well. You have to get through that tunnel there. You can't fly directly to it. You got to go through the cave system. I remember the first time I discovered that cave system, I was like, what the hell is this? Watching classic MASH. Oh, God, I remember that. I remember the bloody theme tune. Pretty dark when you think back. But yeah. The thing with this is there's a lot of cave to go through. Like all this stuff. It's just nuts that this is here. You only ever come here for one quest. MASH the movie. Yeah, I think I did. Long time ago. Do you know what's on Netflix and I hadn't seen for donkey's years? Was Tremors with Kevin Bacon. You know, the big worm things coming out of the ground. And I rewatched it and I thought, you know what? They actually did a really good job of this. It's cheesy, yes, but you never really see what's causing... You know, they do it the way they do with Jaws. Jaws is only in like 7% of the entire film. Are you actually aware, you know, you directly see the shark. So everything else is done by inference, which is far more terrifying. You know, because your mind fills in the blanks for you. Type of deal, you know? Also, it isn't very convincing, so they didn't want to use it too much because it was better doing it where you just got a glimpse of it or you saw it in the dark and, you know, all the rest of it, so... Right, what is next? Is it... Yep, you're going back to him. They look like Ermites from him. Not quite. They've kind of got like a prominent jaw, but like little snaky things coming out of their arms. You know, so... For Informente. You want to come and play on your crat? Doesn't really matter. I think we're all right anyway. We've been doing it with a skeleton crew as it is. In fact, the only thing that gave us any trouble really was turret number 5. That was the only thing that gave us problems. But it hits like a bloody train, and then I was tanking it on the dock, and then it kept stunning me, and then it chain stunned me, and I just couldn't heal, so died. And once again, Little Fixer to the rescue. Yeah, if you invite the Fixer as well, and we all get grid. Or is it for informant? He said, not remembering. SFH 7R, okay. Le Fixer grid. Oh yeah, same spot as the Fixer quest. My NT used to do Kite Hill from 90 and above. Yeah, usually it's around that sort of level-ish range. But I think at 100 I was running around PW on my NT, like self-kiting, oh god, demons of sand demons? Something like that anyway. Running them round in massive circles, it was hilarious. But you can do spirit rooms as well on the NT if you're good enough at running and kiting. But it is dicey, especially the spirit rooms. Just turned over and guess what's on. I don't know. I'm nowhere near a TV. And strictly speaking, I don't really watch TV. Haven't done for 12 years. Probably the last time I sat down and watched an actual TV programme. Camel 0007 was just swinging my stuff at the GS party at ICC and won the contest. Grats, dude. Apparently get out of here now. He doesn't like me, does he? Dear me. My stepmother is an alien. Oh yeah, that's a classic. It is pretty funny. I mean, you got to watch that. You then got to watch Coneheads immediately afterwards. I found this guy before he told me to go away too. Yeah, he does that. He's very rude. Fletch is okay. I was never that much of a Chevy Chase fan. I think he's alright, but yeah, he's good, but I think he's better in National Lampoons than he is in his own stuff. I don't know. That's just me. Just my opinion. That's all it is. But Coneheads is, yeah, there's something very cool about that film. And I can remember watching it like in my late teens, and the daughter in it, even with the cone head, you kind of go, yeah, but she's really good looking. Like, even with that head, yeah, you would. as horrible as that sounds. Yeah, AOE blind, auras for the win. Yeah, Coneheads was a lot of fun, that film. Yeah, I'll be looking up these movies later, see if I can find them online anyway. Yeah, what surprised me about Tremors was I remember it as like a bit of a B movie that you got on VHS or something back in the day, but actually rewatching it now, I was like, do you know what? This is so much better than a lot of new movies, and yet the effects are terrible. Some of the dialogue is cheesy as hell, and yet it works. You know. Towering Inferno. The bacon effect. Yep. Everyone loves bacon. Paramount Plus in the US. I'll check it out. We've got Prime, we've got Now TV. Oh, God, too many of them probably. Anything hitting Sean is the priority. As V dies, you're doing it again. Is it just me or is it raining in game? I don't think it is. They're incoming, get ready for them. I think we need Void. I was trading places last weekend with Eddie Murphy and Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh yeah. I had a bit of a crush on her back in the day. Wannabe, what do you recommend for a player who does not have high level characters nor creds and wants to progress? First off, I'd say probably join an org. It's going to help. Definitely help for fun times and everything else. You should be doing your dailies, the wreck, and farming sought after mission nanos. Check out GMI, you'll find what people are buying and for how much. And some of them are from diners and you might not be able to solo those, but some of them will be mission ones and you can blitz the mission for that and sell that on GMI. That will make you plenty of money. Or easiest way is buy a Grace and sell it on GMI, because at the minute there's buy orders for 30 billion credits. But yeah, being in an org is pretty useful. Peter left. Can't remember Peter. I'm guessing he doesn't know about the 6-hour wait, because I could have kicked him if he wanted to go, and then he wouldn't have had to go through all of that. Oh. Max I kind of remember. I don't remember that. Peter. It's an old tune, that, I'm sure. Yeah, the nano cans go for like 100k. 4 hours of plus 50% XP. Pretty tidy. Can't really complain at that. Well, if you sell it on GMI, you'll have 30 billion on GMI. Then you've got to withdraw like 27 billion until you're under the 4 billion. 1 billion at a time, and then put it back as buy orders. And there's the simplest way to do it. And every 3 billion you put back, create a new buy order for something. That way, when you need to buy something, you can just cancel a buy order and add 3 billion to the GMI account to spend. Yeah, go look on GMI. It's nuts. Yeah, more DPS would have made this faster, but it's still very manageable even without. Just takes longer, that's all. Yeah, but then they're selling you a Grace for 3 billion and nobody's going to do that. And if they sell it, if someone sees your buy order for 3 billion and goes, yeah, okay, and sells you a Grace, then you got a massive bargain, didn't you? So if somebody sold me a Grace to my buy order, then I just resell it for another 30 billion. No great loss. If we could do that indefinitely, there'd be a right laugh. You'd make a hell of a lot of money very quickly. Trust me, you can put buy orders in for things that can't be sold on GMI, like Pioneer backpack, or any kind of bag. You can put a buy order in for one, and that can't actually be sold because it's a container. It'll be in GMI, so you'll have to start pulling it out one at a time. I did it on stream once, I think. It's a laborious process, but yeah. So you've got 30 billion, and it says you can't spend any money or anything because you've got over 4 billion. So what you do is withdraw the money until it's back under the 4 billion. So, but don't leave it in the email because you'll lose it. Yeah, whatever you do, don't do that. So you withdraw, make 20 odd withdrawals, and put them back 3 at a time, and each time create a new grace order or whatever buy order, and then you're sort of laughing really. And then each time you want to spend, you just you can't withdraw 3 billion. You can only withdraw 1 billion at a time, and you can't send 3 billion to a toon. You can only send and receive 1 billion, and a toon can only carry 1 billion, so you can't do 3 billion at a time, which is why it takes as long as it does. It takes about 20 minutes to sort it out though, that's all. Yeah, it's slower, but it's 20 minutes, and then you create 56-day buy orders. You're only going to lose a couple of million doing it like that, but then you buy a couple of bits and pieces and go, oh, I'm down to less than 1 billion. I can now cancel one of the 3 billion cred orders. You cancel it and you're done. Yeah, and if you clan, it's on the hill next to the mail machine. Or if you've got the remote one, even easier. If you clan, the two are... Yeah, you'll get the codes now, won't you? Poof. Straight there. Yeah, you get the... yeah, which side is it? I think it's the west side of the hill is the nearest to a mail terminal and that, but you still have to like run between them a little bit. Yeah, if you could withdraw, if a toon could hold 3 billion and withdraw 3 billion, it would be a lot faster. But you can't. It doesn't let you do it. I'm going to have a very quick pee. I don't know. I think it's something to do. I was told. I don't know if this is correct, but I was told the reason you can't carry more than 1 billion was to do with it being 32-bit and something in the code they couldn't do anything with. But I'm not sure about that at all. DB2 is just somewhere you come before you go off raiding, just so you've got that nice big fat buff you get. And I stand here crying trying to get UBT on the boss. Fail. Yeah, you got it. It would definitely make life a lot simpler, but... Oh, cloud. This day's been horrible though. Was it? I thought you were having a pretty good time there, Noah. You're getting the DB quest done on the fly. Yeah, we got Flecked. So I'll try debuffing while we're here. Yay! Do some dottage as well. Ooh, warped. Yeah, I mean, having that limit on GMI is, I don't know, I think it was put artificially in place to stop, you are the same person, don't lie to me. As Scott says, don't complicate things with facts. I'm far more handsome. Ayo, Universe. Universe. Don't Google that. It's probably some terrible website or news group or subreddit that you don't ever want to look at. You'll just end up scarred, wishing, why did I ever look at that? It is definitely a bit of a thing. Oh, cloud. I mean, you only get a dot from the cloud. It's not the end of the world, but... if you got a decent dock, you're pretty much okay, even if you miss it. But if you're low level-ish for in here, then maybe not. Big D 530. Don't know why, but Clan always seem to be more active than normally. I don't think they are, you know, genuinely. I don't think they are. I think it's even Stevens, if you want the truth. PVM, anyway. Yeah. Yes, Carl opened the stream in a hot tub. Yeah, right. That's just... personally, I think that is just... bikini streamers finding a new excuse to be on the platform. You know. Sorry, but I think that's all it really is. And I'm, you know, it's you know, mild titillation is what it's called. RK or RK 2019 server. This is the RK server. The 2019 server is quite quiet. I don't think they're going to shut it down, but they kept saying that they were. So people went, oh, well, I don't want to put all this time and effort into leveling, and then they shut down. So people started to drift back to the main server. It was the way they sort of put news out, releases out about it. Very sort of, you still fit in your bikini. Yeah, if they'd have been a bit clearer and say, no, there's no plans to take it down, it's going to stay, you know, but now it's just like another AO server, really. Except, you know, the credit problems followed it there, not to the same scale, but, yeah, cred sellers turned up, and it's paid only the 2019 server, there's no Froobs there. But the cred sellers still turned up. You know, so I knew they would. I said all this like in early 2019, before the server went live, before we really knew what was going on for that server. I had some misgivings and said what they could do is, and it would work a lot better. Otherwise, you're just going to get the same boxes, you're going to get the same cred sellers, you're going to get, and like 99.9% of what I said would probably happened. You know, it's like, I don't want to be the I told you so guy, but, you know, I had fun there. First 6 months on that server were pretty cool. Ziggy Zang, never saw the point with a new server. That's just a bit nostalgia, really. Go back and start with nothing. I mean, you could do that to yourself any time, but what you can't do is do that to everyone on the server, which is what happened. So the first 6 months were kind of like, yeah, it was kind of fun, it was tough. You were looting every little tiny bit of loot. You didn't leave anything on the ground if you could help it, and you could only do arcade stuff. But they had a poll about what expansion to release next, and everyone was like, we want to do you know, get Shadowlands out. Shadowlands won, and then they said, yes, we're going to do Shadowlands after we've made level 100, and everyone went, oh, that was not what we meant, you know. And they called it Pollgate. They got a lot of flack for it. I think the thing was, they always had a time plan in, you know, in mind, and it was just a little bit of lip service, maybe, that there was polls and things for it. Pollgate, yeah. Everyone wanted Shadowlands open before level 100, and they said, yes, we'll do Shadowlands after level 100. And like, now no one will do anything in Nascents. Everyone will go straight to Eli and do everything. And that's exactly what happened, because there's loads of quests and stuff to do in Elysium that could have been interesting and fun for everyone, you know. And sort of after that point, it was sort of like, you know. Do the escort again on the fixer. Yeah, the follow up to the follow up quest you could do at level 100, no problem. As long as you got a Yalm, you'd be fine. There's nothing, you don't have to fight anything really. There's so much IP left on the Keeper, it scares me. Dual Right, okay. So do we want a quick look at ICC and see if we crash there or not? See how Gridstream Productions are doing. We're going to have a quick look at that. But unfortunately, guys, I can't stream their music on the stream. Otherwise, yeah, it'll just be an instant... you have been flagged for... Dead. Where are they at? Are they in the hall? Are they in the big hall? Are they in face font? They're not in the main area, thankfully. Are they in here? Ooh, long zone. I think they could be. I don't know. No, not in here then. No, just the usual stuff going on in here. Yeah, the old face font store. Put it back on Newland Lake. It was awesome. Yeah, it was a progression server, but they worded the sort of info releases on it. They worded them badly. They were vague and they got people's expectations sky high, and they should have been a bit more careful with how they worded it. But hey, you know, it's done now. They said, "How would you feel about a new server?" And people went nuts about what it was going to be, and everyone had their own opinion about what it was going to be. And I was like, you don't know that's what it's going to be until they say. Well, I thought they'd be in here. But no. Is it still going on, or is it finished? Is it all over and we missed it? Because this looks like almost exactly the same as a large city meeting room. Is it finished then? Have I missed it? Have I missed Gridstream? I was going to show you how many people turn out for it. It'd be cool to have a progression server that would reset. Ah, no. Nah, wouldn't appeal to me. You put all that time and effort in and then it goes away. It's like, nah. I'm not my cup of tea. Maybe it might appeal to some, but I'm not one of the some. It would be a nope from me. Miss DJ Tariq and Epstein. Where are they? They're not up here because there's not nearly enough lag for them to be in the middle. Anarchy Online doesn't make a good rogue, like, I don't know what a rogue is. Is that a WoW thing? I don't know. Never played. I've tried WoW a couple of times. Don't like it. So where are they then? Are they in the holodeck or something? Nope. Nobody up here. Where are they at? Does anyone know where Gridstream Productions are actually at the moment? Or if it's still running? It's a game genre. You die, you start over, and it's very RNG based. People do, and they call it Iron Man. People come out and they do it, and they'll do it like maybe die 2 or 3 times, and then they give up. Seems to be the case. Yeah, we're doing it full team. We're all going to do it together, and we're all going. And it's like it's not the way. Good thing if that's what you want to do, but that's not how this game is built. So if you want to enforce that on yourself, that's up to you. But invariably, everyone I've seen that started that 6 months ago stopped within 3 months, and they're not doing it anymore. So a lot of them, they were doing Iron Man stream, you know. And invariably, you will die, because that's the game. And they'd go, oh. And then they'd be completely gutted, because they've told everyone that if they die, that's it. They delete the character and start again. And because it's a lot of the fights and stuff in Anarchy Online or RNG, you can guarantee you will die at some point, just not what point. So it just doesn't really work. Like with Dark Souls, it's like Mario. Once you've learned the level in the fight, you're done. You can do it every time. Anarchy's not like that, though. I mean, in certain respects it is, but it's not completely like that. So, you know. Right, so I'm guessing then that unless they're up on... Are they up on the thingy? Yeah, good man. Just leave your pet right over the button. Are they on the Sunrise Station then? It's the only other place they could be in ICC. There we go. Eventually. No, I don't think they're here either. No, it doesn't feel like it. You can buy and sell. Oh, nearly. Well, it's a great nightclub, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they're not here, are they? Oh, you started with the cyber deck, and then yeah, you shouldn't. It's because it's a startup item. That's the problem. Yeah, I know. I did I called it the Omni experiment. I made an Omni NT op effects, and then it was like, no, you're going to have to use pistols. And I was like, ah. Having played a pure NT, that the only reason they carry a weapon is for the buffs on the weapon. Well, I don't know where they are, but I know Tara's up. Too slow. Grid team shows offline right now. Right, well, that makes sense. Can we squeeze in a quick Tara for a bit of XP? And VP. Will I get stream sniped trying to get there? Almost certainly. Because reasons. Quick, get to Tara. He's going there now. Go gank him. God, I feel slow having played the fixer. All my team feel like they're dragging their heels. using ranged energy on my NT. I mean, you'll still do quite a bit of damage with your nukes. It's just nothing like as good as paid is. That's the downer. There's a massive gap between, you know, I think NT's one of the classes where you really feel the difference the most. Paid NT's awesome though. They got a lot more toys and whatnot. Mine is, I think, 130 something. Still not using any weapons other than the cyber deck they started with. That's it. Still managing to scrape by with pure nukes and stuff, which is not the way you meant to do it on Froob. But on paid, yeah, it definitely is. And someone was in there. They didn't get me though. Like what I managed to do without up until 130 something. So, you know, it is possible. It is possible. It's just not. It's just so much harder on paid. Plus, you don't have symbionts, which make a massive difference for classes like NT. Some classes have way too many nanos. Maybe. I don't think they do. You don't need them all straight away. And you can leapfrog over certain ones. I guess, yeah. Some were there before Shadowlands and some were there after Shadowlands. Yeah, 11,000 tokens, oh my god. That's just stupid. Who the hell needs 11,000 tokens? That's the AI event, that is. You get loads from being in that, plus doing all the quests and dailies these days. Getting, what, 8-9 tokens a time? So, yeah, gets a bit nuts. NTs have got lots of nukes, calms, AoEs, dots. Not all of them are any good. Yeah. In the case of NT, yeah, there's a lot of nanos that are trash. But, yeah, that's just how it goes. NT nukes could do being condensed, merge 5 into 1 that does different damage depending on MC skill. Yeah, that would make more sense. That would make a lot more sense. It would make it a lot easier, a lot more manageable. Don't forget your dots. You got dot line A, dot line B, and dot line C, so you can land all of those on one mob. That's how you build up your damage. Same as a dock, you know. So I do on this dot line A. There, see, dot line, group A, dot line, group B, dot line, group C. And then I land that on top of it. And it says, if I've got all of those running at the same time, then it does this much. That's just on a dock. It's the same with NT as well. To a lesser or greater degree. Soto Mahoney, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you? I take it you've been socialising at the... Thank you, Ensleric, for the grid space. Have you been at the... doohickey thingamy bob at the grid stream productions thing? Have you been at that this evening? Have you? Has it been one of those? Right, I think we've run our course for the evening. I'll be back on tomorrow. Find something else to do Is there anyone else at Anarchy onlining, or is there anyone else we can go to? Let's have a look. There's me. Cohen, Hector, someone called Randy Rango. I don't know him. I've done Cohen like 5 times in 1 week. What about Che? Is Che about? Che is around, I think. Che is probably playing some completely random, silly game. He is. Good stuff. Right, let's go and invade. Go raid Che and say... There we go. All aboard! Raid Cheification and say hello from me. I'm sure I'll be pleased to see you all. And I will be back tomorrow, probably with a better plan of what I'm going to do for the whole stream. Unlike today, which was Daillys, and we ended up doing the Dust Brigade quest. So thanks all. Thanks for the new follows, the cheers. Thank you very much for those. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.